figured I was sitting here about to eat my breakfast, 6 sausages, 4 eggs, and I figured, fuck it, let's make some content, let's make a YouTube video. So you're gonna have me talking while I have my breakfast. Off the top of my head, the thing I'm gonna talk about in this video is the importance of moving out young. Now, I'm 21. I could have moved out a lot earlier. You know, I had plans of moving out at 19. Never happened. Got talked out of it by my mum. Yeah. Then about 10 months ago, 11 months ago, my mother passed away. You know, I've got 2 brothers, 2 sisters. They all moved out. It was just me, my dad at home. And then 3 months ago, I decided to move out. So, well, 2-3 months ago. So I moved out, you know, due to, it was probably the best thing to do. Yes, I wanted to be there for my dad, but he needed his own space as well after, you know, one of these traumatic experiences. But yeah, so I'm now living by myself, and I'd say one of the best things about this is having your own peace of mind. You know, you can do this stuff, sit in your garden, film, and not worry about, you know, anyone seeing you. But it also matures you, makes you think deeply into how to actually supply for yourself in terms of food, you know, getting by. And I can do this stuff, eat a lot of meals, because I pay for it. No shit, you know. But another thing is, I moved out of my hometown. You know, I lived in a little hometown. Now I'm only like 20-30 minutes away, but I'm in a different location, you know. Then fast forward, you know, half a year later, I'll be in a different location. But it's good to always move around, especially when you're young, you know. But I'd say one of the worst things to do, or the worst situation to be in, is where you're still, you know, you're over 25 and you're still in your parents' house, because that's such a limiting thing. Like, you don't realize it. You may think you're saving money, but you're limiting yourself so much in all areas, especially the way you think and your mindset. You're just limiting yourself. That's the worst thing to do. You gotta get out of the bird's nest as soon as possible, so you can actually grow and become a bigger bird. Yeah. To some people, this is just like, oh yeah, no shit. But when you actually look at other people's lives, you realise how many people are actually adults still living with their parents. Like I said, I wanted to move out at 19. I wish I did this sooner, but I did it at 21. But yeah, you know, like, one of my brothers didn't move out till 28. And I remember saying to myself, yeah, I'm never going to be in that situation. Here you are. I'm not in that situation. But that's another thing. If you've got like brothers and sisters, you can learn from their experiences, not in a bad way. You know, we're all different. We'll do different things in life. But if you can learn from other people's actions, especially like people like your family, you'll be able to grow. But also you can learn from their actions, do better. And then the people younger than you in your family, say my nephews and nieces, they'll learn from my actions. It's a domino effect, you know, and then over time it will improve. It's just one of those. Now I'm gonna end this so I can actually eat, because I'm just talking. But I figured, why not?